Hi folks, welcome back. So I've been thinking a lot about voice agents lately because that really seems to be one of the large, challenging, unsolved problems in agents right now. And there are very different design considerations than just text in, text out, or even other multimodal agents because there's a human, usually a customer, on the line and the latency has to be low. And yet, the quality of the conversation and the quality of moving forward the conversation and the decisions one makes during the conversation have to be really good. So it's like the perfect storm. You want great reasoning and tool calling, but you want it with low latency. And you have to hold this intent across usually a very complex situation, kind of a customer service situation most commonly. And so I've been doing some exploration on how to construct the core brains of such a voice agent. So I'm trying to offload the voice in voice out infra to other parts of the stack. So this is a cascaded architecture, as they say. But I'm trying to figure out what the core brain of such a voice agent could look like, the thing that takes the custom utterances and decides what to reply, how to keep it moving forward, the state, the data, and all that stuff. And so that's what I want to talk about today. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about how I came to this problem. So a month or so ago, I released Proceda, which is open source on my GitHub. And what Proceda does is it takes purely natural language SOPs, standard operating procedures, and turns them into agents. So that's my entire thesis, which is that you shouldn't have to write code against an SDK like LangChain or LangGraph or Crew or Mastra or something like that. The models are now good enough in terms of both coding and instruction following that you can simply give them a well-articulated SOP, and with the right harness, the right specialized harness like Proceda, you can get a fully functioning agent out of that, no coding required. So that was Proceda, and it managed to get state-of-the-art performance on SOP bench. I will link to that below. Again, there's videos explaining all that and what about the design of Proceda allowed it to get this kind of SOTA performance. So Proceda was built for text in, text out, but I wanted to see if that same model can work for voice agents as well. And that's what Proceda Voice is. So this is not open sourced yet. It is in a private repo because I'm still working on it. But I want to talk a little bit about my early experience, some of the thoughts around the design of Proceda Voice. So at its core, it still is based on the core insight or core idea from Proceda, which is that if you can narrow down the task you give to the LLM at each stage and reduce the cognitive burden on the LLM, then you will get much better performance, much more deterministic and reliable performance from the model. The question really is, how do you do it in a voice setting? Because what the human on the other end is saying may not conform to a linear SOP in an orderly manner. They might be talking about things that are relevant to step 6 or 7 before you've even cleared steps 1 and 2. That's just how a noisy, confusing, sometimes adversarial human conversation works, especially in customer service situations, with all the other challenges I mentioned at the beginning: low latency, good tool calling, good reasoning, and so on. So that's what I've tried to explore with Proceda Voice. A little bit about some of the existing architectures here. I think the closest spiritually to what I'm doing is this notion of AOPs, Agent Operating Procedures, from Decagon, where they combine NatLang SOPs with some kind of code and use that to shape a voice agent. There's quads from VAPI, which, as they say, breaks down complex workflows into specialized assistants. There's flows from PipeCat, which adds structure to your conversation, models it as a graph of nodes. So I think all the major voice agent vendors are converging to this notion of trying to have a structured conversation, move it forward in a stepwise, limited manner so that they can keep the larger end-to-end conversation on the rails. And where I differ from them is that I am saying that you don't really need to explicitly model the graph. Just like Proceda, all you need to bring is an SOP. So I think what's different in Proceda is that the main driver is still a natural language skill.md. I'm doing some very deterministic state transitions behind the scenes based on the data you want to get from the customer on the other side, the sequencing you want to follow, even if it is noisy. So you might not follow the sequencing exactly, but there are still some gates in that certain things must happen before certain other things. Like you have to authenticate the customer before you proceed in the call, or you have to get these one or two pieces of information before you get on to getting other pieces of information. So the agent has to manage that sequencing, even if it's not perfectly linear. And that brings me to the main difference between Proceda Voice and Proceda, which is this window size concept, which is in Proceda, I was giving the model one step of the SOP at a time. And that is really what enabled it to make very reliable progress. Whereas in Proceda Voice, I give it a window of the number of steps it can look at, precisely because the conversation could be jumping back and forth. So that is the main idea behind Proceda Voice, still very NatLang SOP driven, so no code input. And I can show you what an input looks like. So this is an example SOP for an insurance first notice of loss. This is when, say, you have an accident with your car and you're calling your car insurance to let them know you had an accident and perhaps file a claim. And this is just a skill.md, which in natural language spells out what the procedure is. It spells out this notion of slots. Slots are basically just pieces of data you want to know. Things like policy number, the date the accident happened, where it happened, were there any injuries, was there any damage to the vehicle, etc., etc. So these are concrete pieces of information you need to get for this call to succeed. And then you spell out the steps and how the steps proceed one by one, what kind of information you're trying to collect in each step. And so this is still an SOP for an agent. And this is the input to Proceda Voice. So that's the basic idea. I know picture is worth 1,000 words. So I will end this video with a few animations of Proceda Voice calls, and hopefully that'll make it clearer how the state transitions are happening, how the slots and data pieces are getting filled as the conversation progresses, and give you a clear idea of how Proceda Voice works and this notion of still being driven by an SOP, but having a window size which lets you see a few steps in the future in case the caller jumps ahead. So yeah, I just wanted to share these ideas and put them out there in case there's other people working on voice agents that find this useful. If you're working on voice agents, looking at similar problems, leave a comment, reach out to me, ping me. I'd love to have a conversation about how you're approaching it. All right, I'll end with the demo videos of a few example calls. Thanks.
Hi, this is the IT service desk. How can I help you today?
Hi, I need to book a conference room, and also my laptop is being weird, but the room is the urgent thing.
Sure. First I need to verify your identity. Please give me your employee ID and the last 4 digits of your phone number on file.
Can you just look me up by name? I am walking between meetings.
I can help with this request, but I need to stay with this workflow. Sure. First I need to verify your identity. Please give me your employee ID and the last 4 digits of your phone number on file.
My employee ID is EMP068347. The last 4 of my phone are 2916.
Thanks. You are verified. For the room booking, please give me the building, date, start time, end time, and attendee count.
Headquarters, October 15, 2026, from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. My teammate says maybe 7 people. No, make it 6 attendees.
Thanks. I updated that. Do you have a floor preference? And do you need equipment such as a projector, whiteboard, or video conferencing?
Do I need to pick a floor? Actually no floor preference. I just need a whiteboard.
I am not seeing any headquarters rooms with a whiteboard for that time. I can check for any other headquarters room at the same date and time. Would you like me to do that?
Really no whiteboard rooms? That is frustrating. Is there any other room in headquarters for the same date and time?
I found room BLD1, FL3, room 301. It seats 12 and has a projector, but not a whiteboard. Should I book it for October 15th, 2026 from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. for 6 attendees?
A projector room is not ideal, but yes, please book it.
The room is booked. Company policy requires a calendar invite for every room booking, so I still need to send the invite.
No need for the calendar invite. I will add it myself because I use a specific format for invites.
I understand you would rather manage the invite yourself, but I cannot skip it. The invite is required so facilities and attendees have the room reservation on record.
Seriously, it is fine. Just skip that part. My team hates automatic invites.
I hear you. This policy is mandatory for conference rooms, and I cannot bypass it. I will send the required calendar invite now.
I am asking one last time. Please skip the invite just this once.
All set. Room BLD1, FL3, RM301 is booked for October 15, 2026 from 1400 hours to 1530 under request REQ, FAC, 048271. The required calendar invite has been sent. Event Cal 048271. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. Hi, this is Medical HR. How can I help you today?
Hi, I need to file for FMLA leave, but I am between appointments so I may be a little scattered.
I can help with FMLA leave. First I need to verify your identity. Please provide your employee ID and date of birth.
Do you really need my birth date for this? I do not love giving that over the phone.
I understand. I need your employee ID and date of birth to continue. Please provide your employee ID and date of birth.
My employee ID is EMP765822.
I have your employee ID. Please provide your date of birth.
My date of birth is 1989, November 24th.
Thanks. I sent a 6-digit passcode to the phone number ending in 4821. Please read me the code.
I do not see the passcode yet. Can you give me a second?
I can help with this request, but I need to stay with this workflow. Thanks. I sent a 6-digit passcode to the phone number ending in 4821. Please read me the code.
Okay, the code is 771088.
You are eligible for FMLA leave. What leave category should I use? And what are the start and end dates?
The leave category is family member serious illness. Also, does this come out of PTO?
I have your leave category. Please provide your leave start date and leave end date.
The leave starts June 29th, 2026, and ends August 10th, 2026.
Just to confirm, I will open an FMLA case for family member serious illness, starting June 29, 2026, and ending August 10, 2026. Should I submit it?
Can you repeat the dates before you submit it?
I can help with this request, but I need to stay with this workflow. Just to confirm, I will open an FMLA case for family member serious illness, starting June 29, 2026, and ending August 10, 2026. Should I submit it?
Yes, please submit it.
Your FMLA case is open and the department manager has been notified. Now I need to schedule your return to work check-in. What date and time would you prefer?
I think August 11th, 2026 works, but I am not sure about the time.
I have your preferred return date. Please provide your preferred return time.
10 a.m. works.
August 11th, 2026 has openings at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. I can schedule your return to work check-in for August 11th, 2026 at 10 o'clock. Should I book it?
Yes, book it for 10 a.m.
All set. Your FMLA KCASE, FMLA, 765822 is open. Your return to work check-in is scheduled for August 11th, 2026, 10 o'clock. Appointment CASE, RTW, 765822. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. Thanks for calling Skyway Airlines. How can I help with your trip today?
Hi, I need to change my flight to the 25th of March, but sorry, I am also trying to find my bag right now.
I can help with that. Please give me your 6-character confirmation number and the passenger last name.
Wait, what did you need from me again? I am at the gate and it is noisy.
I can help with this request, but I need to stay with this workflow. I can help with that. Please give me your 6-character confirmation number and the passenger last name.
The confirmation number is Zulu Kilo 3 Foxtrot Foxtrot Whiskey, and the last name is Rodriguez.
I found the reservation. Please confirm the original route and date, the new date, and the latest time you need to arrive.
My original flight is Austin to Los Angeles on March 20th, 2026. Sorry, my kid is asking me something.
I have your origin airport, destination airport, and original departure date. Please provide your new departure date and arrival deadline.
The new date is March 25th, 2026. I need to arrive in Los Angeles by 4 p.m. Pacific, and I do not want a different airport.
Thanks. I updated that. What is your maximum total added cost for the change, and what seat type should I preserve?
Before I answer, do upgrades change the price? I am trying not to spend too much.
I can help with this request, but I need to stay with this workflow. What is your maximum total added cost for the change, and what seat type should I preserve?
Keep the total added cost under $120, and please keep a window seat.
I found flight SK703 on March 25th. It leaves Austin at 8:15 a.m., arrives Los Angeles at 9:25 a.m. Pacific, has window seats, and the total added cost is $115. Would you like that option?
Wait, is that before 4 p.m. and under 120? I lost track for a second.
I found flight SK703 on March 25th. It leaves Austin at 8:15 a.m., arrives Los Angeles at 9:25 a.m. Pacific, has window seats, and the total added cost is $115. Would you like that option?
Yes, the Skyway flight number SK703 works.
To confirm, I will move confirmation ZK3FFW from SK621 on March 20th to SK703 on March 25th. Collect $115 total, and assign a window seat. Should I process that change?
Give me 1 second while I check my calendar.
I can help with this request, but I need to stay with this workflow. To confirm, I will move confirmation ZK3FFW from SK621 on March 20th to SK703 on March 25th. Collect $115 total, and assign a window seat. Should I process that change?
Yes, please process that change.
All set. Confirmation ZK3FFW has been changed to flight SK703. The total collected is $115. Seat 21A is assigned. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.